Mark 8.5 Golf R or Mark 8.5 Golf R Black Edition. So I'm just going to compare these two cars, see what you guys kind of think as well in the comments in terms of which one you would go for, whether you go for the standard R here or the standard, well, the new Black Edition, which has been introduced as well. And I've discussed these cars plenty on the channel, so please check back through previous content and other content that I've got on my channel. You might find something useful. And yeah, you might find this video useful also, which I hope you do, in terms of a sort of a side-by-side comparison in terms of a bit of the differences between the two and perhaps giving you an impression of which one you'd prefer to go through at this kind of stage. And yeah, again, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of people who watch my content, and yeah, the analytics say that you're not subscribed, so please do. It really does help me get more get more contact with manufacturers and produce better content going forward. Yeah, so let's get into this. So the standard R shown here, I'm actually on the German configurator right now, because none of these cars are kind of live. And you've got the R and you've got the R Black Edition, and it says like the highlights here, so let's just run through this. So the highlights of the standard R says sharpened design, smart technologies and plenty of power, 4-motion all-wheel drive, bumpers and sill extensions in R styling, 4 light alloy wheels Durez, 7.5J times 18 in black surfaced polished, top sport seats in the front, exterior mirror housing in matte chrome. Oh, matte chrome. I think that's the same as what I've got in my Mark 7. Adaptive chassis control, DCC, including driving profile selection as standard. That's a really nice feature, actually. That's what you kind of get. That's like the little highlights overview of the standard Mark 8R. Then you got the Black Edition just shown here, the R Black Edition. The highlights shown, experience the exclusive special model in all its facets. So one thing that I will say, I don't know if the Black Edition is a limited edition car. I don't know if it's limited by number or by production. I'm not too sure on that sort of side of things, but it seems to be exclusive. So how is it exclusive? So a few of the highlights it just shows here, raising the electronic maximum speed limit to 270 kilometers an hour. So that's nearly getting up towards 170 miles an hour. I saw it on a recent video and it does do it, and it just does it effortlessly. That's actually part of the performance pack, which comes as standard. You can get that as an option on the standard R, but let's just compare this to a standard R with no options, if that makes sense. 4 light alloy wheels in Estral, 8J times by 19 in black. You can, again, all these options here you can get on a standard R, but obviously this is the whole little package. Exterior mirror housing in black, rear side windows and rear windows tinted, so it's just a stronger tint. I believe it's 90%. IQ light LED matrix headlights. Now these are the optional IQ lights. It always confuses me with all these lights, and they are apparently 15% stronger in terms of light. 3D LED tail lights with dynamic indicator lighting. I'm assuming that's not as standard in the R, but let's just go on to the simply learn more about the standard R, and I'll translate it back into English because it's in German. There you go. And there you got the standard Mark 8R. It says 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, which is 0 to 60, 4.6, 270 kilometers an hour, 245 kilowatts, which is 333 horsepower, so it's an increase for the Mark 8.5, 420 newton meters of torque, 2 litre EA888 TSI OPF 4-motion, 7-speed dual clutch transmission DSG. They're all the same in both the Black Edition and the standard R. Here's some of the pictures kind of shown. I've shown a lot of images, so it'd be nice to kind of show some different images actually for you in today's video. So you've got this car, says about the torque. Pictures are quite dark. These are all sort of like the stylist pictures. Whenever you've got someone in the background looking all fancy, it's a bit more image conscious. So perhaps these images aren't the best, although you can kind of see the rear lights and a few bits. I'll probably put up some other clips. Oh, look at that. It's got a trailer at the back. I love that. I think that's on a, you can just see that it's quite a small image. It's on the back of an estate. That's super cool. That picture probably needs to be changed. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. Funny stuff. Yeah, plenty of options. And then you've got the seats. You've got the new sort of lap timer and G meter. A few people have mentioned about that. The GPS lap timer. That's this is part of both cars as well. I should stress, not to kind of get too distracted of the purpose of this video. And get involved in the comments. Which one would you go for? Which one do you think is best? What are you leaning towards, perhaps? It's all personal preference at the end of the day. But that's kind of your standard R, and those are kind of some of the features about it, just from here. So we'll go on to what it says about the black edition, just on the configurator here. There we go, we're into English. Same power, same everything, and this is what it says. Well, we've got a nice video as well. Hopefully that comes up. Oh, this is a different video. Hang on, I'm going to play that for you in full screen in a second. So, a model of a class of its own, wrapped in a completely dark robe. The exclusive model of the new Golf R not only has the potential to be a new design icon, because they haven't had a black edition, an R black edition before. They had a Mark 8 black edition, which I tested on my channel, if you want to check that out, which had 190 PS. This is obviously 333, so a bit more punchy, but also dissolves the boundary between series production and motorsport, thanks to the included R performance package. So you get that as standard. You're getting more kit as standard. It takes you up to the fast lane, up to 270 kilometers an hour. So if you are in Germany and you use the Autobahn, great. Saw Misha, saw the video with him doing it on the Autobahn, and it does it really, really well. Discover the highlights of the power, the powerhouse and new kind of experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this video in full screen, just on the black edition, because this is something that I haven't seen before. Hopefully it comes out all right. I'll try and get my little cursor out of the way there. There we go. Well, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty special. I like the gloss kind of nature of it. Yeah, I mean, it's stealthy. It's all black. That's the black edition for you. And you get, as part of the performance pack, the little spoiler as standard. Does look really mean, actually. Really quite cool. And that obviously gives you drift mode, hence the reason why they're drifting around. Yeah, actually, I mean, again, let me know. What are you leaning towards? Certainly a new little concept that they got. Nice little video shown there. A few little pictures of it. I like the exhaust, actually. I like that. I mean, the exhausts in general quite big and round and thick on the Mark 8, Golf R. On the facelift, it's no different. But just having that black surround, it kind of is like instead of spending $3.5 grand on the Akrapovic exhaust, you could just get this, because the exhausts sound pretty good for me. Back to back, I've tried them. An Akrapovic one and a non. Apparently they've tweaked the sound. There's lots of little tweaks in this. I like the sort of, I guess it's like 3D cluster with the lights then, that they've kind of added to it, which is quite nice. Just the LED lights at the rear. I think that kind of adds to the car quite a lot. I wonder what the color palette's going to be like. Okay, that's all it kind of says there. So let's just load up a side-by-side image comparison. So I'm going to start off here with the black edition. As you can see here, looking very, very shiny. The facelift touches look great. I think this one's on the Estrals. Generally, it's going to be about the looks of the car. You can obviously get a normal, just a black Golf R, but it won't be a black edition. And if you want the black, if you like a black Golf R with a performance pack, you might as well go for the black edition. And based on the color palette, I'm not too sure how many different colors they're going to offer. I mean, it's going to be lapis blue and black is all we 100% know for sure. Likely they'll throw a white in there and hopefully some more. Yeah, that's kind of the look. I love the shine. You know, definitely get it like ceramic coated and stuff, and it will really gloss out. Yeah, some more pictures of it with the black. It's got black written on there as well, but it's all very stealthy. I really like it. The Warmaneu wheels as well, and the black calipers actually look a little bit more subtle, which I like. I love the lights. I think that 3D element is nice as standard with the front as well. At the rear, I think all of that included is a nice kind of feature to have. And the black tips around the exhaust. Again, it's personal preference, but I love the shine that it's got, because a lot of the parts like the diffuser and around the sides are all gloss black anyway, so it kind of works quite well with this kind of image. It's a good concept, good idea. But then if you saw that coming towards you, some people would be like, oh, that's really mean. But other people would be like, oh, it's just another Golf. You know, a lot of them have that bar now, normal Golfs, and well, a bit of illumination as well in the badge. The styling looks nice as well. You can tell it more apart from a standard Golf. And then you've got the rear as well. That's probably my favourite angle. The lights are definitely the best with that clear lens. And I think that is only with the new matrix lights that you have to option the IQ lights. Could be wrong about that. Need to find out and get testing on this kind of car. Check it out a bit further. But yeah, some more images of the Black Edition. So interested to compare and to see. Remember, no increase in power or anything like that. And it's a shame that they don't do limited numbers. I think that would work quite well if they did. Yeah, there's the wheels. Really nice. You got the R, which actually I believe that spins round, so it's always center leveling, which is nice with the black calipers as well. Looks really special. Really special. I feel anyway. All subjective. Yeah, that's the IQ lights. I think if you want that clear lens, I think you've got to go for the option, which is obvious, which is a standard with the Black Edition. So probably once, if you optioned a black performance pack with the IQ lights in a standard Golf R, I mean, I don't know the prices yet. I'll let you know in the future on the channel as soon as I hear more, because that's what I do. Yeah, you might as well go for this, I would say. But let me know your thoughts in the comments too. Rear performance spoiler, unless you want a black car without the wing. And then you've got the black written on the side, so it distinguishes it. This one has the Napa leather. I don't believe that's standard. It's not standard, it's an optional extra. Inside, there's nothing else different inside with the black and a normal Golf R, basically, from what I understand. But let's move on to a standard Golf R. And I was tempted to share the estate as well, but yeah, I appreciate not everyone goes for an estate. But anyway, the standard sort of Golf R without sort of Black Edition spec. You can see you don't get that black mirror housing, you don't get the black calipers. This car, I believe, because it's VW, it's probably fully optioned, but you wouldn't get the IQ matrix lights as standard. So I'm not too sure if that would be clear lens, which this one is, because it has got the IQ lights. I'm sure there's an image which will come up close and tell us that. Yeah, here you go. This particular car has the Akrapovic exhaust, but it's a big option. It's going to be about £3,500 or certainly €4,000, something like that. Yeah, and I quite like the Black Edition one, but again, interested to know people's thoughts. And I can't see why you wouldn't be able to purchase the Akrapovic exhaust on a Black Edition. Although if I got a Black Edition, I probably wouldn't, because you've got those extra exhaust kind of black surroundings around it. This is the standard car in blue. Again, really interesting to know the color palette as well. I think that's going to be a big thing. And this car also has the more tints. I believe as standard, it's probably going to have 65% tints at the rear rather than the 90. There you go. This is the standard car. And again, no changes inside and no changes on that front. It's just, and there's no changes like with the seats. There's no sort of like special Black Edition seats. No changes in the engine with the power or anything like that. That's kind of what you get. So for me, I would probably lean towards the Black Edition personally. That's just where I'm from. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which one would you go for? Mark 8.5 Golf R or Mark 8.5 Golf R Black Edition? And I hope this little video just going through and just sort of comparing a little bit of it does help you out in your potential decision, should you be making one. And yeah, any comments, let me know. I'm happy to get back to you. And, you know, it's a community channel, so people get involved. And check back on previous content, because if you like this video, you'll probably like other videos too. But yeah, tough choice between the two. What would you go for?